Hi, and welcome to week 17 of Podcast Heroes. We're, really excited to be moving on this week, especially with the huge patch that just dropped.
Oh, yeah,
How
dude.
exciting is that? We're your hosts, Billy.
Aaron.
And Bentley.
All right. I guess let's just dive right into it then. So Monk dropped this week, as we predicted, as rightfully so we predicted. It was about time, though. It felt like a little delayed, but, really excited to finally get him out there. And he looks like a really exciting champion, which we're going to talk about a little bit later in the podcast.
Yeah. Bentley has been playing him a lot through the public test realm, which is available. You just select it as a realm. We've talked about that before, but you just changed your North America realm to public test realm.
Yep.
So he's been playing a lot. He's got, I think, a healing build.
Yep, I got a healing build stored.
Yeah, and a damage build, right? And
there is a damage build, but I think we're only going to focus on mainly the healing build, just because he is a support.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, and that's really what his point is. So
okay.
we'll talk about it.
Awesome. But there was also some other, excuse me, if I can speak English there, other fun things that dropped with the new patch that came out. Specifically, though, one of the most exciting things, one of my favorite video games as a wee little kid as well, the Duck Hunt minigame. Aaron, why don't you talk about that real quick?
So when you log in, Karazim is there, our brand new spanking, really cool looking monk in all of his splendor, surrounded by some beautiful trees. So the tree directly to his right, kind of the center one, not the most up close, probably the second most close tree. Just start clicking and click around. You're not trying to spam click. You're looking for a specific area in the tree. But and you want to right click as well as left click. Once you click on it, a duck will fly out and you shoot the duck. You have a few shots to shoot him. I think 5 shots. Three or so. And I'm fairly confident it's 5.
I'm 100% sure it's 3. And we'll look it up right now for you.
Here we go. We're going to play it.
We are going to play it.
Oh, my.
4. 5. It's 5. See?
When did it do that?
It was always like that.
It was never like that.
It was
showing,
like that
right.
every time.
Well,
but regardless, it's a really cool little game. It's a cool addition to the game. It's really cool of them to have added it in. Apparently there's been things like this in the past.
Yeah, they've said that every logged in screen with a new hero has had a little Easter egg in it.
Well, I know with Leoric, the last one to come out, he had those meteors falling from the sky. Mm-hmm. If you clicked on one of the meteors, then a treasure goblin would fall out of the
telling
meteor.
Us, dude. Jeez.
I really just figured you guys knew.
No.
Who spends their time clicking on meteors?
I don't know. Me, apparently. Some other fun facts, though, that come with this. Outside of the amazing Duck Hunt, best video game ever.
With 5 shots.
With 5 shots. Whatever. I swear it was 3 earlier. You know what it was? I'll tell you later. We'll worry about that later. Wonder Billy can now be played in Ranked. And, of course, along with Ranked is the Ranked Reset.
Let's talk about that. Do you think it's fair? Wonder Billy, obviously the most OP mount in the game.
Yeah. It's just unfair to all the people who don't have Wonder Billy. Really, you bust out all that swag into the game, and it just it throws the other team on tilt.
I actually tried to thoroughly analyze why would they do this, and I think it's just because you didn't buy it and you had to have bought it for it to have registered. But I really thought maybe on Nova it's such a small frame that it's harder to see.
Nah.
But I don't think so, because I think the frame for Nova stays the same regardless who you're mounted on.
And you could do it in Quick Match.
Yeah, you could have played it in Quick Match. It was just in Hero League that it was.
Well, that would be valid, because you'd be able to use anything in Quick Match. Where in Ranked, if it was even slightly unfair, you'd probably want it disabled.
So, with Wonder Billy being activated in Ranked now, do you think we will no longer see Zagara, Brightwing, Falstad, Asmodin? Who else doesn't ride a mount? Because I don't. Diablo rides one.
Brightwing.
I just don't see. I already said Brightwing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, then no, dude.
Thanks for listening.
Other than we won't see any of those.
We won't see any of those champions anymore. So if that's your main, I'm sorry. You're not allowed to play Ranked anymore.
Yeah.
But like we said, the rank got reset, so everybody is now back to 0, or I guess 50 in the case of Heroes of the Storm. And in order to get a ranked placement, you have to play 20 games now. So previously, it was just, you'd slug through 50 to 40. You wouldn't have to worry about losing any points on losing a game. And winning only brought you up. But now, with this situation, losses do matter because the more games you lose, the lower your placement's going to be, the more it affects your MMR and things like that. So how excited are you guys for this? And have you played any ranked yet today? I know it's only been active for a few hours because of how long those servers were down. I
haven't. But it's what I can say is that Watch Us Climb is going to be amazing this week. I wonder who will be where.
Yeah.
But it actually will make for an interesting
segment.
Watch Us Climb. Yeah. Maybe next week or the week after, once we've all played 20 games and we can see where we all got ranked.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to embarrass you all when I get ranked 1
right away.
Immediately.
Winning all 20 matches.
Right. Only playing Lily. He said that's what he said he was going to do, all 20 games only as Lily. So,
I was
actually I've seen some amazing Lily play.
Yeah. They've been around.
Lily doing massive damage.
Really?
Which is just dumb.
And it's crazy.
And
the 4 blind.
Like, this is not your job, sir.
But, you just have to, when you see the Lily, be like, all right, we've got Nova. Like, that has to be your, mentality. Or else you still need a healer, even though Lily's there.
I did see on Reddit that some people are saying that Hero League right now is a little dicey with the reset and all. Everyone's all at the same level. So you're just being thrown in there with a bunch of new hero monks as well, along with new people playing the game and veterans playing the game. So it's a little messy right now.
Yeah, it could be interesting to see how it folds out. Because, then on the other hand, you, of course, can get paired up with a lot of veterans and be playing against a lot of noobs. So really at your own risk. I might be playing some games tonight, see how it goes. If it goes rough, though, I might take a break and wait, at least 24 hours, if not a couple of days, just so, everybody else plays their 20 games, kind of gets out of my way in placement, and then I, survive on my own merit in that case.
So this is the real question. How many games will you have to lose in a row for you to stop playing the placement matches?
It depends.
Yeah.
It could be 2 in a row. I'll absolutely stop switching to quick match.
Okay.
1 game really depends how I'm feeling. Was I playing well? Am I on tilt? If I am, I'm out. If there's any risk in my mind, I'm out.
Like if it was like a 40-minute game and you guys were like just barely
a
won.
40-minute game, that would make me. What if we barely won?
Like barely won, and you're just like, should I play another? Maybe not.
See, the issue I run into is I always tell myself, I'm going to stop if I get on a losing streak. And then when I'm actually playing, it's just like when I'm gambling and I'm like, no, I got to keep going. I'll win it back. Don't worry. I'll get it. And that's why I'm here, not at a casino right now.
I think mine is more, I base it on the amount of mental anguish at the end of the game.
Yep.
Some games I'm just like, I won that, but I hated it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so fun and exciting ranked resets there, and we'll update everyone as we go. Also keep an eye out on our Facebook, Twitter pages. I'm sure at least I'll be able to brag some on the Twitter page. I like to do that a little bit, and we can always update the Facebook page too as we go.
Yeah.
Kind of let you guys know where we end up in placements.
Or comment below and let us know how awesome you're doing in the placement matches.
Yeah.
Well.
How way better than us you are.
Because I'm sure you all are better than us. But also, let us know how you're getting up there in rank 2 or how you're losing in rank. Let us know what champions you're playing, what kind of meta you're trying to do. And let's see if we can get just a collaboration going and see if we can talk about who's doing what and how well it's working out.
Yeah.
All right. Next bit of news. We can finally report for intentional feeding. Thank God.
Will it do anything?
No.
Probably not.
It'll make me feel better.
But it feels nice to report them.
It does. And now we have better excuses to report more people. So that's always an A+ in my book.
Yeah.
So now that'll be really nice. It's like, I guess all you murky mains out there, watch out because you'll be getting reported a lot.
Well, I really like that they say intentional feeding.
Because
some people feed and they're like, I'm trying. I don't mean, sorry, but I have 14 deaths and everyone else has 2.
Right.
But I'm not running in. And then there's people who, they're like, all right, we're losing. I want this game to be over. I'm just going to charge their towers for the rest of the game.
Yeah, but how clearly some people in these communities will not distinguish that, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
the second you start dying once,
Yeah.
in a
It's
bad
gonna be a
situation.
flame. It's gonna be a flame war.
Yeah, it will be. But that's, again, another reason why I completely love the fact that we can disable Allied Chat if we want to, or how easy it is to mute someone. Because, if that's
And
the
I was
case,
thinking about. I actually played some other MOBAs this weekend.
How dare you?
Well, I know.
cheater.
I know.
What'd you play?
League.
Okay.
League of Legends, and I had all chat. Nothing that was said in all chat
Was constructive.
made me feel good. It was like I would die in some horrific, terrible way, and then everyone on the enemy team would make fun of me, and I was like, okay, I don't need that. Like,
So do you think the community in Blizzard is better because
I don't think
the
the community-
players are better, or do you think it's because we just can't see what the other team's saying about us?
I don't think the community is better in either.
You
I
don't?
think
Okay.
that MOBAs really encourage a kind of aggressive environment because some people want to take it seriously and other people want to play more casually.
I think that's just
And-
with any online game, though, too.
And there's supposed to be that differentiating factor of ranked versus quick match, but that's casual players want to play ranked too.
Uh-huh.
And then, sometimes a casual player will get to a really high rank and they still don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
And it's very irritating to people who want to take it seriously.
You're absolutely right. I couldn't agree with you more. I guess the last couple of bits of news we have here, money compensation for bundles as well as Team League. So if you ever bought a bundle or you bought into the Team League, like I know Aaron bought our Team League, eventually your gold is going to be recompensated. If I can say that 10 times fast, right? It's going to get back to you. I did see in a blue post on the Blizzard forums that it will take a few days, roughly. So it could be as late as Thursday, maybe even Friday before you get it. At that point, if you haven't gotten it, definitely contact Blizzard support. We know how great they are. So
Yeah, they'll hook you up.
Yeah, give it some time first. Let it come back, and then go and talk to them. Wait till the weekend, and they'll be able to get it back to you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. It's gold. It's not that big of a deal
Exactly.
for them. So,
It's like a click of a button.
It's
for
a
them,
click
I'm
of
sure.
a button for them. And then also, lastly, this coming weekend, as a reminder from last week in our podcast, the NA Open, the final NA Open, is going to be happening. We got some exciting new blood in the tournament, as well as a lot of the old guard, specifically Cloud9 Maelstrom, Complexity Gaming, Cognitive Gaming, and my favorites, Tempo Storm, will all be playing. And then, some people that last Open that were really exciting, so I'm thinking... what was it, Pool Play-Doh, some Tango or someone like that,
Yeah.
As well as Cloud9 Vortex. Those teams have all fallen apart. They're
Really?
if I can think, they either weren't invited to the Invitational,
That's rough.
or they were disbanded by their parent company, like Cloud9.
Oh.
Got rid of Cloud9 Vortex because they hadn't been performing quite like Cloud9 Maelstrom had been. And so they didn't feel the need to keep those guys up while they could grab some new talent while it's out there. So it'll be interesting. It's going to be a completely, almost
Yeah.
different scene. I almost have a feeling, though, that the top four is really going to be Tempo Storm, Cloud9 Maelstrom, Cognitive, and Complexity Gaming, because those are the four best teams in NA right now, if you
Yeah.
ask me. But who knows? Maybe something exciting will happen.
I think
the
I would
biggest
love to
names.
see, because the game is so new, some teams that we haven't seen in any other esports rise up and make their appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would love to see. I
It's
do
not
think
going to happen.
I don't think
Yeah.
that's true. We've already seen it happening in some of the other competitions. So-
Who are you thinking?
I wouldn't be able to tell you names. I don't follow it that closely.
'Cause
But
a lot of times what does happen when an esport is this young is that there will be those off teams. So it'll be like Gooey Bears or whatever their name was.
Yeah, there's some
The
weird
Pool
ones.
Play-Doh Tango guys.
Yeah.
Teams like that. Yeah, those guys will come into tournaments with their weird name, but then they'll get picked up by a big name company. So, think about the Cloud9 League of Legends team. They were originally one-trick ponies. Or at
Yeah.
least high-end
Yeah, the
elimination
ponies.
were. And they got picked up by Jack from C9 in order to be their League of Legends team. So that's really the kind of common thing.
That's why I'd really like to see like a team of a tight knit group of friends, even the type of people who are all sharing a space and practicing together each day, be the boy band of esports and stay together, and then one day break up and get back together and everybody watches.
What I'm going to be interested in seeing is the meta that all these pros are going to be using.
I fully
With
agree.
this patch, a lot of the heroes that they were playing, like Jaina and KT, they're not the same. They're not the same anymore.
Absolutely.
And especially with Monk as a new addition, that mixes up the meta. And I bet we're going to be seeing a lot of Monk and just a bunch of different heroes, which is exciting.
Well, and that does bring up another point to talk about, though, is I know with the first European Open, there was a lot of fumbling, essentially, of how it was managed. And specifically what I'm thinking about is ESL essentially told all the teams on day one, it's like Zero Tool won't be allowed to play. And it's like, wow. So this is, it's like, this is like, we've been practicing all week playing Zero Tool because he's incredibly strong. And now you're not going to let him play. It's like you come day of the tournament and say we can't play him.
Yeah. And
how
Leoric is in.
Yeah, Leoric. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Leoric's going to be playable. Nobody's been playing Leoric because they didn't think.
We know you haven't been practicing and that you've been practicing your Void Prisons.
Right.
Let's throw in some March of the Black King.
Yeah. So it's going to be really interesting to see if ESL can keep it together. I think the ESL NA scene is a lot more strong. The group that runs the ESL tournaments here is a lot more defined and they're a lot more communicative. I think it's just the EU side of things that was having a lot of trouble. But I'll be interested to see how that plays out. It's like, will Monk actually be playable? Will they, it's like, will they play on an old patch? I don't think they're able to play on old patches like they are in, League of Legends and Dota and whatnot. But, it'll be interesting to see what happens. So
it's just weird that every Open, they're in another patch. So it's basically just another iteration of the game in every Open or every championship.
And it's been different. And really kind of shows you, like, what teams can adapt and what teams can't. So
and I think that's one of the ways that Blizzard is keeping this game really competitive.
It must be difficult, too, because they got to be changing up this meta while these people are, like, making money playing this game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. What I really want to see, though, is them playing the new map.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see pro teams on the new map.
I'm sure they're going to be trying to, like, push it out, too. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, I don't know. It'll be fun. And I really got to watch some streams of people playing on the new map, too. I'm trying to think of some really important streams. Zuna, I know, is rated as, like, the third best Heroes of the Storm educational stream by Twitch. Are you thinking Gillyweed?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking
Gillyweed does a great job.
She's awesome.
Gillyweed SC2 for StarCraft 2. She does a really great job of talking about the game and educating you on it, as well as Forecourt Jester.
Oh, yeah.
He's really good at that as well. But those two tend to just spectate games more than actually playing them. I'm trying to think of other players. Arthalon. From Tempo Storm. I know anyone on Cloud9 Maelstrom is wonderful. Of course, I guess the big name there being now I'm forgetting his name.
Yeah, dude.
The guy from the collegiate tournament.
It's gone.
Anyone from Cloud9 Maelstrom, wonderful to watch. They're all educational and they're all pretty good. I've never sometimes it's like these pro gamers, you'll be watching them and they'll have negative attitudes, or if somebody picks an off pick, or they go a weird build. These people will just have negative attitudes. But I've never really experienced that with like a top streamer in Heroes of the Storm, and I really enjoy that. I really like that fact.
Yeah.
Another thing that Blizzard NA does great is they bring in a lot of this like favored streamers and the top educational guys to comment on their pro games, but EU didn't do that, and so I think it left a void in the EU community. They're like, why are we not getting the same standards that the NA side is getting?
That was ESL. That's not Blizzard that does that.
True.
Two different people.
True.
But that was also another point that they brought up was why are we flying casters across all of North America in order to be in a central location for the round of 8, whereas in EU everyone is having to cast,
but not
in their
flying
home.
Someone from North Germany to South Germany,
right? Exactly, or just giving them a bus ticket essentially. So it's like props to the ESL NA for all the good work you guys do. ESL EU, got to pick it up so we can watch some of those EU games and get really excited about the people in there, especially if Team Liquid is going to have to drop out of MSI in order to go play. Time will tell on that one. So
that's juicy.
We'll have to keep that up. All right, so I think that's it essentially for news this week.
It's a little light.
It was a little light this week. It was more fluff than anything.
It's because we covered a lot of the PTR changes last week.
Almost all of them.
But yeah, everything
all the important ones at the very least.
Exactly.
And if you guys do need, there were some other champ changes we didn't really talk about. They were really minor changes. Check it out in the blue post on Blizzard's website for Heroes of the Storm.
Kerrigan, Jaina,
KT.
Kael'thas.
Yeah.
Who else? Nazebo.
A lot of champions I know had like minor tweaks. Nothing that was really game changing, but minor tweaks.
Kael'thas and Kerrigan were pretty big.
They were the two biggest ones, and we did talk about those.
Huge.
So reference, episode 16 of Podcast Heroes, where we talk about that. And, comment. Let us know what you think. And now that it's live, I don't know if anyone played. I don't think any of us played it on the PTR. I know I didn't, and I'm sure Aaron didn't, but you might.
I played some PTR, but the thing is, the queue times for the PTR was insane, dude.
Because it's such a small pool.
But that's so sad, too, because the point of the PTR is to be testing these things out. And I saw in the live chat, people were like, yeah, I've been waiting for like 300 seconds. And like, it's just...
Wow.
And there's like, I've just been waiting here, like, can we get a team together and play?
And just do it.
Yeah, and I'm
right.
like, dude, yeah, let's get together. But that's crazy that there's not enough people on the PTR for like a quick match.
Yeah, I wonder if that'll grow more as the community
I would
grows
hope
more,
so.
hopefully. But, it's like, I speaking from an individual, I don't like to play on the PTR myself.
I can see that too.
Just because it like doesn't reflect over to my live account.
You kind of feel like you're wasting time in a way. You
Almost,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that they're putting new champions out there though on the PTR. So I guess every once in a while I might go to do that. But it's hard to test a new champion in this game too, because it's not like you can go onto the PTR and just pick them up for free and then play them in a match. It's like you have to just do the try mode, or you have to have enough gold, or you have to actually spend money on the PTR, and I'm not a big fan of that. So I wouldn't mind seeing Blizzard kind of change it so you could get a couple of free games or something like that on new champions in order to really test them out. Because
maybe get like a free 3 games with a new champion.
Right.
I think that they fear that if they did that, they would miss out on those initial purchases.
Oh yeah.
From people who played their few games and to say, yeah, that's not really my style. But normally they would have bought
kind
the
of
game
the impulse buy
and lived with it.
Yeah.
Not even an impulse buy. It's just like, well, there's new content. I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
But if they don't like it because they tried it on the PTR, they're just losing money at that point.
Fair enough. All right. Well, look, there's Aaron with his economic mind going at that again. All right, so let's talk free week. Bentley said it was a good free week. I kind of agree. I don't like the support in it, but I think there needs to be other
I'm
supports.
loving it, dude.
It is better than a lot of the free weeks that have been out lately.
Oh, yeah.
I fully agree.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like we got Malfurion, Nazebu, KT, Johanna, Vala, Anubarak, and Tychus.
Woohoo! Yes, that thing's on fire, dude.
All right, so
Dang.
what's your guys' teams here? Who do you pick?
All right. Surprisingly, I'm gonna go with Malfurion.
Okay. I won't even ask you why.
Okay, and then my tank, Johanna.
All right.
I'm gonna pick up Vala and KT, and then wrap it up with Nazebo.
All right.
Okay.
Because that is such a strong team
Mm-hmm.
in most circumstances. I love the combination AoE between Nazebo and Malfurion. Their synergy is amazing. It's Malfurion's E, the entangling roots, is the perfect amount of time for you to throw down that wall,
Oh yeah.
trap them, and then KT blows them up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Awesome.
All right. What about you, Bentley?
So I'm gonna go. So Malfurion, of course. Yeah, no choice there. Johanna, KT, and then Vala. So that's 4. And basically, the last person I would honestly, depending on just the situation, because you can totally go with a dual warrior, a Nubarak Johanna, and I mean that's great. It's great sustain, a lot of damage on front line. You can also go with the Tychus if you need that extra damage. Although Vala and KT do enough damage already that I don't think he's that necessary.
And Nazebo.
Yeah, exactly. And then Nazebo, if you will need a specialist at one point, and his Gargantuan has been awesome lately. I've been seeing amazing plays with Gargantuan.
Absolutely, you're right.
So yeah, I would lean maybe towards Nazebo towards the 5th pick.
All right.
So tell me again who it was.
Sorry, it's Vala, Malfurion, Johanna, KT, and Nazebo.
So my team.
Well,
Aaron's team. He's
well,
just a
but
copycat.
I'm giving
He's
some
just a copycat.
I'm giving some credit to a Nubarak though, because dude, if there's a dual tank with a Nubarak, he can do some serious damage with those stuns.
Nubarak
and
is
Johanna.
great.
Well,
Exactly.
and that leads into my build actually, because I would go Anubarak Johanna. Oh, surprise! I'm doing
Wow.
double.
You
warrior.
love the double tank.
And Malfurion. Well, and a lot of the reason I justify this is because
You
Malfurion.
love double tank with Malfurion.
Yeah, Malfurion is the best double tank support in the game. Even though I prefer like a Raynor or a Rhaegar here, Malfurion is really good for a double tank comp.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to surprise you guys. I'm going KT, Vala, and Tychus here. I'm leaving out Nazebu. I like Tychus's auto attack damage as well as Vala's. Of course, it'd be really key and situational. But if you're playing against it, well, if you're playing against one, a team that doesn't have that much imposing presence,
There we
and
go.
two, the fact that imposing presence was nerfed.
Yeah.
Now, auto attack champions are going to see a huge rise, and Tychus and Vala are the two best auto attack damage champions in the game right now. So yeah, and you bust out, it's like, you think about the control Vala can offer with Reign of Vengeance if you choose to pick that. Johanna and Nubrak have plenty of CC in order to get it, and Malfurion, of course, with his E. Tychus throws down his laser, or if you have a really good Tychus who can rock that Odin really well, Odin can put out a lot of damage. I just never see a good one.
Yeah.
And so you think, putting all that CC together on one team, and then you have Tychus as well, things are going to happen. That spray gun is absurd in, team fight situations. He throws out that frag grenade. He has that dash, so he can get in and out of fights too. You put him with people who have a lot of CC, you're good to go.
It's so easy to tell a bad Tychus from a good Tychus, because a bad Tychus will try to hit you with his frag grenade, regardless whether it's situational or not, where a good Tychus will either hit you with the frag grenade to benefit them, or not hit you with the frag grenade to get more damage off on you.
Yeah, you're right, because it does interrupt your damage there. So, if you don't need to use it, don't use it. But sometimes it's a good way to, secure an escaping kill.
Or secure a kill over the wall.
That's happened a lot.
Yeah, or it's a good escape mechanic, too, because you throw that, you throw down frag grenade and then running gun away, and you're good away clean.
Yeah.
So, I think a lot of my bias, though, is actually coming in because I've been playing a lot more Tychus and Raynor recently, because I just I'm trying to find some assassins I'm good at, and those seem to be the only two I can, be competent at.
You've been doing good on Raynor.
Maybe that's why I'm bringing in Tychus here. I don't know. Let us know what your favorite free week here would be, your top 5 champions, and let us know why, too. I want to see if somebody can come up with a good reason to not include Malfurion and to have a no-support team.
There's no good reason.
I think it could be interesting, because
it could be interesting, but versus this team that has a support,
it would depend on the other team's support.
It totally depends.
Too. I mean, if it's
if
like
it's a Tassadar, maybe.
In the map.
or a Brightwing or a Tyrande,
I would say even with a Brightwing.
I don't know. She got nerfed pretty hard.
That doesn't mean that her ult got nerfed, and her ult is 60% of her healing.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
All
right, so let's talk about Monk. New champion that dropped. Has some cool skins with them and some cool variations of those skins.
Yes, sir.
From everything I've seen on Reddit, it looks like he's going to be the best healer in the game.
It seems that way right now. He has strong healing, man. So if you take his Transcendence, I guess we're kind of just going to jump into this little breakdown we're going.
Yeah, go ahead and break it down.
So level 1, if you go down to Transcendence, this is going to be the main healing build that you're going to be doing. Every third attack will heal you or an ally, and it prioritizes with the lowest health, but it doesn't heal both of you. And
that is key to know.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll mainly be you healing, which is awesome, because this means that you can solo any siege camp easily. A bruiser maybe late game. I wouldn't recommend it early game, but you're going to see a lot of sustain with this build that you can just be out the whole time. I mean, you really will only have to go back for mana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried the trait that gives you the mana back?
I have, and I mean, early game it's rough because you don't have that sustain and you also don't have that damage.
Okay.
So you're full of mana, but all your abilities are on cooldown.
Fair enough.
And it's only till that late game where you start getting talents that actually lower your cooldowns on things, and that's the build that you're going to be building towards if you go with that mana sustain. I don't know, some people would argue that that's not his role, but if you have already 2 other supports, because I actually went into a quick match and it was me, Lili, and a Malfurion.
Wow.
We had 3 supports, so I'm like, okay, there's no reason for me to be a full support here. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. So that's a situation where you would, but his support game is strong, man. And I mean, we'll go through this because it.
All right, yeah, break it down.
It's been awesome.
All right, so what do you take for level 4?
Level 4, for that support, there's you're gonna want to do the shield, and that. See, this just buffs. It gives you or an ally a shield, but with the other things that you have choices with, like a healing ward, not as necessary because you're already going to be doing healing every third attack.
Right.
That healing ward won't do a lot really.
Plus
and especially
so fragile
especially since you're a melee hero, you'll be in the thick of it and they'll just hit that right out.
Right.
So you'd rather put a shield on your ally, or you can also make your deadly reach extend its range, and that is very beneficial as well, because the more that your deadly reach is out and being used, the more that your trait is being popped every time.
Okay.
So because deadly reach increases your attack speed, and with level 4, it'll increase the range of that as well. So you won't have to get too close, and you'll still be doing a lot of attacks.
All right.
Cool.
Level 7, there's really only one choice here, and that is your Echo of Heaven, the W, that increases your movement speed and gives allies and yourself a heal. The level 7 will give it a second heal at the end of the skill, basically.
Okay.
So there's an initial heal, and there's a little, like a 2-second window, and then it heals you again.
Nice.
Which is great in team fights. That saved us multiple times.
no joke. I bet it did.
Yeah. Now, level 10, there's some controversy with this because, honestly, I haven't had a good opportunity to use Divine Palm.
That's the one that...
That's basically
will
Ancestral
heal him
Healing.
back up to, okay.
Yeah, that's basically Ancestral Healing. I haven't had a good opportunity to use it, honestly, and there is tons of opportunities, but I just haven't encountered it. The damage that I've been able to do on 7-sided strike is insane. I dash in with my Q in the middle of the enemy group, pop my ult there. That does enough damage on their tanks that it lowers their health a good amount for them to be squishy enough, you know?
Okay.
Exactly, and lowering any other shields that they have ready to attack. It's just great overall, but Divine Palm can be awesome too. So I mean, it's really, they're both amazing. It's not the situation where you would lean one towards the other.
I would like to see a couple weeks down the road. I think that the use of Divine Palm is going to really be a game changer, particularly in these first 20 games for ranked for a lot of people, because good players are going to recognize stop attacking.
Exactly.
But newer players, or players who haven't done their research yet, are going to continue to burst them down, screw themselves over, and it could really twist the entire game.
It could.
And it'd be interesting if we saw like a Monk and a Rhaegar on a pro game, and they're just popping like that Divine Palm and Ancestral Healing.
Don't even say that.
Dude, I could see them banning like
and then a Malfurion. We just have an all-healer team that never dies.
Right.
Ugh, it sounds horrible already.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, so 13, what do you take?
13, there's two choices. There's Fist of Fury, what this does, it adds a couple extra seconds for your deadly reach. So that's your attack speed, you know.
Increase.
So that's awesome. That means that you're just gonna be popping your trait a lot more, and that is not a negative. The other thing is Quicksilver, which gives your dash after using it on an ally. You get a bonus 30% movement speed. So what the cool thing about dash is that you can dash in and you can also dash out. You can dash at an ally hero.
Right.
And there's 2 charges on dashes, and they can be used like sequentially.
Okay, I like that.
Dash in, dash out.
Exactly.
That's
and
cool.
there's some good combos with that.
Can you
as
get
well.
a third dash?
No, there's only 2.
No talent?
No talent that adds an extra dash. It just adds movement speed after a dash has been used.
Okay, that's a good way to get into a fight, heal someone,
and
get out of the fight.
Exactly. And level 16, Soothing Breeze. Sorry, just 1 second here. Okay, so what this does, well, I don't know. There's kind of a toss-up between Soothing Breeze and the other talent that buffs your W, because what Soothing Breeze does, it takes off any stuns or any disabling skills that you've been applied on. It takes them right off.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like a cleanse.
That's a self-cleanse.
It's like a cleanse, and then it also, since you use your W, you get a heal and a movement speed buff.
Right.
So you're just like clean. You know what I mean?
You're good to go.
And then the other one that you could do is, depending on how many allies you have around you, that'll actually buff how much you're getting healed. So depending on, if you need extra heals, I would go with the second choice. If you have like multiple stuns on the enemy team and you are sick and tired of getting stunned and slowed, go with the first option.
I would definitely say that's dependent on whether or not there's a heavy stunner on the other team.
Yeah. And then level 20. So this is rough because basically everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Not to quote the Lego movie
Chris
there.
Pratt.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of things. Divine Palm. I'm sorry. The talent that it adds extra hits on your 7-sided strike, which doesn't hurt, and that's a ton of damage too.
Ton of damage.
What, does it change the name?
No.
So it's just 7-sided strike with a few extra strikes.
Yes.
All right, that's
Yes.
the official new name of the level 20.
7-sided strike with a few extra strikes.
There you
There
go.
you go.
And then there's also a storm shield that's always useful. Since he's a melee support, you'll get that awesome shield for your tanks and other supports as well. So, he's been tons of fun, guys.
What was the Divine Palm upgrade?
The Divine Palm, so the cooldown is instantly reset to 5 seconds.
If under what condition?
If
It fails to activate?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think it would be a longer cooldown.
Wow.
Which is insane.
So you can go into
That is
stasis
insane.
again
Isn't that
after
crazy?
5 seconds?
If it doesn't pop.
activate.
So it's kind of like ancestral healing if he didn't use, if it like, how he can use it, but it takes a while for it to actually go?
Well, that changes everything then.
Yeah.
Because now the good players have to think, all right, let's not get them because we don't want them to heal. And then we have 5 seconds to kill them.
freaking kill them, yeah.
So there's tons of strategy with Monk here, and this is not, for sure, the only way you can build him. You can have a mixture of sustainability and damage. I didn't even go through the
You
damage.
could go pure damage.
Oh, dude, and I've actually done more damage than a lot of other assassins, which is ridiculous.
You're Lily.
Yeah, basically. And, dude, he's just tons of fun. You'll be seeing a lot of him in the game, I bet.
I'm excited, and I'm going to be saving up for him, I think. That or maybe I'll just wait till Medic comes out, or Artanis.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, they just have a lineup of champions I want right now.
You know what time it is?
Map stats?
Map stats! On point.
That was good.
That was on point.
Alright, so this week we're doing Tomb of the Spider Queen. Personally, my favorite map.
What?
Yeah.
That did not used to be the case.
That was my reaction to
Yeah.
it. What?
I do
it's
not like it. Whenever I see it, I'm like, ugh.
No, it's my favorite.
Eh.
I really enjoyed it. I think it's fun. It's a perfect size for me. The objective is great. There's a great way to stop it. There's a great way to lose it. It's a really interesting map. So to go over the nitty-gritty details of it, there's 3 spiders in every single wave of minions, and each one drops a gem. So you kill the spiders, you go and you pick up the gem, and then you get 1 gem on top of yourself. The gems last for 8 seconds after being dropped, and the first turn-in requires 50 gems, with 5 gems more every time after a successful turn-in. So 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, so on and so forth. I've never seen it get to 100, though. Have
No.
Eh.
That's way too
I
long
think
of
that
a
you'd
game.
be dead.
Right.
That's leave the game if you see 100 as your gems.
The one thing I really like about this game is that if you have, like, say, 20, 30 gems on your person and you die, the other team doesn't get those gems.
Yeah.
But you have the ability to pick up a friendly's gems in that case. Every time you kill an enemy, though, they do drop 3 gems that you can pick up.
Let's say you have 21 gems. What's going to happen is you're going to drop a big gem that's worth 20.
No,
And
10.
is it 10?
It's 10, 5, and 1.
Okay, so you drop 2 10s.
Yes.
What about diminishing returns? I know sometimes you'll have 15 and only 13 will drop.
I've never seen that.
I've actually never experienced that, I'm going to be honest.
Maybe I'm just imagining.
Are you sure they're not just, like, accidentally hiding in a wall
Yeah,
or
maybe,
something?
maybe you
They
didn't
could
pick
be
them all up.
hiding,
You gotta
or-
catch them all, dude.
Gotta catch them all.
Okay, I'll look into that for next week.
Yeah, so, it's like, if you notice a friend is in trouble and he's a lot low on gems, instead of helping him out, just wait till he dies and grab his gems. That tends to be my strategy. Maybe that's why my win rate's not too high on spiders, but, whatever. And it is important to turn in gems. I remember when I first started to play this game, and Tomb had, like, just recently come out at that point. Aaron had made a good point in late game, and what it was is, like, we were at the point where it required, like, about 70 gems in order to turn in to win, and we had 0 turned in. And one of the people we were playing with, Aaron was like, just turn in, and one of the people we were playing with was like, oh, there's no point, it's too far away. Aaron came back with the counterpoint of, if we had been turning in this entire time, it would be a lot closer. So even if you, like, only have 3 gems, 2 gems, 1 gem even, if you feel like you're going to be pushed out of position where you won't be able to turn in,
Just turn
go
in.
ahead and turn in. It's better to have that 1 guaranteed than possibly turn in more later. So that's, I guess my big hint here.
15 minutes Let's remember, we talked about this before.
Last week.
15 minutes is a huge impact.
Because that just dropped this week. That's
right.
The patch came out.
new today.
That came out today. That means at 1450, you're about to turn in your last 3 gems, or whatever. What are they called?
Gems.
And you're about to summon the spiders. Stop yourself.
And wait a second.
And wait 10 seconds, because after 15 minutes, they get a significant boost.
It's a 50% increase to their health and damage, and it's the spiders and their minions.
So choosing to turn in at 14 is like accepting a 50% penalty.
Right.
Yep.
And so what's the point? So that's Aaron's hint. You heard my hint, Bentley. You got any?
My hint is, it's gonna kind of counter what you're saying, but know when to turn in.
Yeah.
If there's a group fight about to happen, don't leave your group of 5 and make it a 4v5 for your team to go turn in your coins. But then again, if you have like 20, maybe go turn it in and then go fight. If you have 5, maybe go fight, because that is a better odd of killing the other team.
Know when to run exclusively because you have too many gems to lose.
Right.
Yeah. Dying on this map is pretty detrimental, because that's just another hero that's not collecting gems.
It can be absolutely game changing.
Or it can be, not a big deal at all. When you like run out there, I have 1 gem, and you get destroyed. It's not going to affect that much.
Oh, and mercenary camps.
Yes, I was just about to actually talk about this.
Extremely important, and I feel like they're underused on this map.
I agree.
People focus so much on the gems that they forget that the bruiser camps that are on both sides of the map,
Of the mid lane.
yeah, they're extremely beneficial to push. I mean, especially if you just turned in. Hurry up and grab it. Well, right when you turn in, though, they will go away.
They do disappear.
Yeah.
When you see your friend at the turn-in, your mentality is someone starting the bruiser? If not, how do I start it before the next 2 seconds pass?
Right. The camps that are in this map, they have the 2 bruiser camps on either side of the mid lane, so one on the blue side, one on the red side. There's boss at the top, and then there's a siege camp at the bottom. I think this map has the least amount of camps out of all of the maps out there, except Haunted Mines. So, Haunted Mines only has 3.
That's true. That's very true.
And then it has mines.
And then the big golem minion you spawn on your team. Anyways, so what is your guys' team of 5 here?
My team of 5 is Tassadar, and the reason I picked Tassadar is you want a Vision Ward.
Yeah.
It is very strong in this game. Rhaegar for that badass heal. Vala, Butcher, Johanna.
Ooh,
okay.
That sounds scary.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They're scary.
Mine, this is going to be kind of weird, okay? This is a weird team.
We'll stick with it.
This is just a gem collecting team, okay? I'm going to go Leoric, Monk, Arthas, Jaina, and Sylvanas.
Huh. Okay.
Right?
It'll be interesting to see how Monk plays out in this kind of map, as well as all the other maps.
You picked Monk.
The thing is, Monk, he moves around really quickly, dude. His dashes, you can get from like one side of the map to another really quickly if you have like teammates spaced out and you just dash.
Dash.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How's the cooldown on that?
Well, you said, it has 2 stacks.
2 charges.
Well, right, but what's the cooldown?
I think it's like a
8 second?
Yeah, or something.
I made that up, so
it's
10
around
second.
there.
I could see it being a 10-second cooldown.
But
who knows?
It's great. Yeah. And I mean, Sylv, great. Jaina, they did some stuff to her with the new patch. Nothing detrimental like KT, but I'm just looking at, her basic skills that can take out a whole wave of minions. Leoric's presence, even when he's dead, will be a great, kind of ward in a way to see what's going on.
Well, not to mention the fact that his one is auto text, but also his Q does huge minion damage.
He can take
it's
a
great
whole
way
wave.
to kill a wave.
And his Q slows and interrupts them from turning in gems even when dead.
And then Arthas, just to do that wombo combo with Leoric, that I can see a lot of things happening with this team.
Now, I would argue with Leoric, you don't want to just interrupt whoever you can. Save it, because it is quite a long cooldown on his
dead,
Q.
absolutely.
Save it for that opportunity when the 32 gems Stitches rolls up, and you can't stop him because you stopped the 3 gems Lily.
Right. My team, personally, I'm actually going to be agreeing more with Bentley here than with Aaron. Personally, I love Leoric on this map. I think he's fantastic at this map. I would throw in Tyrael instead of Arthas, simply because Tyrael is the best bruiser in the game, in my opinion. and it's a great way to zip around the map real quick if you need to. Judgment is huge, and it really just offers you a lot of different versatility in there.
Quick side note, Tyrael's demonic skin looks amazing.
I can't wait to get it.
Amazing.
Can't wait to get it.
Yeah.
And then I would go with Rhaegar because he's my favorite support in the game right now.
Yep.
Because he's just awesome. Jaina because Jaina.
Jaina.
And then Kerrigan as my other one.
I like it. No, I'm liking it.
I just wouldn't put Kerrigan onto my teams this soon after all of these changes.
And she did change quite a bit. I am thinking prior to these changes, but I think the changes were really beneficial to her. Gave her shield a really good buff. They automatically gave her the increase into her primal grasp range, which is huge. So
I don't disagree. I think she's going to be strong again. I want her to be strong again.
Right. So, and I just really like her on this map. I think melee is the way to go on this map just because it is a tight corridors map, and so it gives you the opportunity to really just line up those wombo combo melee hits. It's like you're throwing in Kerrigan there with her stun, you're throwing Tyrael in there with his ability to just dive on top of literally any carry and solo them 1v1, and then you got Leoric with his March of the Black King. You're wiping out an enemy team in 5 seconds.
That's why I actually picked Butcher.
Uh-huh.
Because with the Vision Ward, he can unstoppable charge from quite a distance away.
That's true. You're absolutely right. And then activate his ultimate in 3 seconds out or whatever it is.
And you can time it right because you're going to be charging through fog, and the enemy doesn't know you're there.
Right. Fair enough. So I think there's a lot of ways to go, though, on Spiders. I don't think there's an inherently bad team. I think there's just bad players on this map. Because really this is more about getting those gems and turning them in than anything else. Because I've seen just about any champion win on this map. All right.
I think that we need to watch us climb.
Watch us climb.
Watch us climb.
Yeah.
Billy, why don't you go first? What rank are you at?
I am rank 50 right now.
Wow, you're terrible.
It's pretty bad. But the way I was losing games the past few weeks, it really just kind of was expected.
Well, and then the wipe. So
reset.
Bentley.
I logged in today and it showed me I had a nice 50.
Oh,
yeah, a nice 5-0.
Well, I am of course leading the path. Alphabetically. My name starts with 2 A's. So I'm ranked 50, but I am also the better player.
Okay. All right, so we got some SmackDown going on here. So, as we've talked about earlier in the podcast and just right now, everybody is reset to rank 50. I don't think really any of us played much Hero League this past week because we knew it would get reset. So we were just playing a lot of quick match, having fun with champions.
Picking whoever we wanted. I played a lot of Gazlowe.
You played a lot of Gazlowe. What do you guys? What is your immediate plans in the next week or so in order to really win those placement games? Like, are you going to be focusing on what you used to be good at? Or are you going to try to be getting good at something new? What's your guys' strategy here for winning these placement games?
I think that I'm going to stick with 3 champions.
Which 3? Gazlowe, Sylvanas,
no,
Nova.
no.
Thank God. Thank God.
My.
Gazlowe, Vala, and Rhaegar.
Can't believe you took her from me.
I can respect it.
You can play Vala too.
He's got 2 other champions he could bust out for you. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, dude. I mean, Vala. I've been playing a lot of Vala. The sad thing is I got a lot of wins with KT pre-patch. And
we're both Master Skin Vala. It's not yours.
Oh, did you get Master Skin Vala? She looks amazing.
I still haven't gotten 10 on the champion.
What? Do you play this game?
Apparently not.
And I don't know, probably a lot of Zagara, but I'm just going to be trying to get that placement matches. Yeah, dude, just trying to get that 20 placement matches, I guess.
Fair enough. I can see myself playing a lot of Tyrael, Muradin, and Johanna.
Wow,
I think
that is tanky.
Those three have been my best champions in this game, outside of Tyrande, of course. But
you should throw her in there too, though, because
but that'd be 4, not 3.
Okay, yeah, but a good Tyrande, man.
Oh, I agree. It's just I hate.
That's
playing
assuming
it
that you get the tanker bruiser role.
Well, as those two. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to take us out this week, Bentley?
Surely. Thanks for listening to Podcast Heroes, where we podcast about heroes.
I can't even. Dude, I can't even.
Can you even?
No.